Well, hello. I want to welcome you to this video, and I'm kind of excited about what I'm going to announce, what I'm doing. It's been a project of mine for quite some time, and it's time to let the world know a little bit what I'm up to. Because I get into a lot of mischief. So I'm Reverend Dr. Elena Skyhawk, and I'm a shaman, a doctor of metaphysical sciences, a metaphysical minister, and an author. Now, the two books that I've been in so far that have made Amazon bestseller were collaborative books. And part of what I wanted to do was have actually my own books. So I have a couple different projects going. I have the healing books for what I do, what I'm putting together, the healing information that I've learned over the last 65 years of my life and how to heal from certain um, trauma, because there's been quite a bit in my life. So I've used a lot of healing techniques to get through some of the stuff that has happened in my life. And as it's been pointed out to me by a few friends and colleagues, that it's not helpful if you don't actually tell people how they too can heal if they're suffering through the same thing. So we're working on the healing books, and they're going to be basically using dream work, power animals, the medicine wheel, and then I'm going to throw in how using color and sound also helps. So the other side of the other project is what I'm technically calling it right now. The working title is Psychic Pet Tales, with tales spelled Tails. But they're going to be short books about the different, not just birth totems and power animals, but also about everyday animals, whether they are dogs, cats, horses, um, in any type of pet that you could possibly think of. I have a list going already of animals that want to be included in this series, but it's going to be about all the adventures that I have had since I was a young child, whether it was in the dream state, whether it was in the wild, because I have come across wild animals um, before before in the interesting encounters. But then the messages that they give, the healing, the help that they're here to give. Uh, whether it's swimming accidentally with a shark and you don't even know it until your dad's screaming and yelling at you, jumping up and down, trying to wave the kids in, and we finally get on the other side of that barrier reef just in time, as apparently a great white shark came up behind us. So it's just things like that. It's like, why did that shark decide to stop following the garbage scow that he was following and come over to where we were? So when you look up the energy of the shark, you look up the energy of the message, the fact that, you know, it didn't hurt us, but what drew it to us instead of following the food, the food chain that it was being thrown, all this stuff was being thrown out to a bear chasing us, to a mountain lion stopping me on the side of the road to talk. They will all happen for a reason. And that's what these books are going to be about. They're going to be about each individual animal. Some of them I've had actual encounters with in the physical, some of them were in Dreamtime. But the messages and the stories and the healing that they offer are just phenomenal, because we are all related. Mitakuye Oyasi. This is what it means. It's like we are all related. And when spirit has a message for us, they will use whatever is at their disposal to get the message to us. Whether it's a bird that you don't very often see, all of a sudden shows up out of nowhere and starts yelling at you. If you sit long enough and tap in to listen to that bird, hear what it's telling you. Or if a squirrel all of a sudden just runs up out of nowhere and you're like, what the heck? And then it runs off again, comes back, runs. It's like it wants you to follow it. Why? So you follow the squirrel to find out what it's trying to tell you. So that is what the two projects are that I am working on right now, and I want to get it out publicly, mainly to keep me on task and focus, but also I've had so many people ask me about them because they've known through the years that I'm working on them and wanting to know where I'm at in the process. How's it going? What's next? The healing books are going to be longer books, probably regular size books. But the psychic pet, I call him pet right now, but doesn't necessarily have to be a pet. The animal books are going to be a series, so they're going to be short books so that we can get them out a little faster, get the messages out a little faster. And if there's any animal that you would like to see in the series, let me know. I do have a list of, I think, about 20 or 25 animals so far that have stepped up and said they want to be part of this series. But that leaves a whole lot out there still to be untapped. So if there's any that you would like to see as part of the series, drop me a comment and let me know, and then I will add that to my list so that as we get rolling on the books a little bit, I've got the introduction to all the books set up. Now it's going animal by animal by animal to get each of the stories in the right places. So like I said, if there's an animal, particular animal you would like to see there, let me know in the comments and I will add it to my list. If it's already on my list, I'll let you know. And that way I can then keep in touch with you guys to let you know when the first books get published. Hopefully, if all goes well, because most of the stories are already written, it's just putting the books together themselves and a little background on the animal. We can get at least a few of them going and up on Amazon before the end of the year. So this is just a kind of a intro video to what's going on, what I'm working on. And like I said, if you're interested in having a particular animal represented, just drop a comment and let me know. And I'll get busy getting those books up, as well as the healing stuff and the program, because they all tie in together. The animals, a lot of them are in the medicine wheel. So when you do the healing with the medicine wheel, those animals are already part of it in one of the different directions. Like the eagle, it sits in the east. The condor sits in the east, depending on which wheel you're working with. So when you work with a power animal that might be your an animal that's in the medicine wheel, that might be your power animal. You have a lot of information on what to look at, why it's there, what it's there to help you with. And then you can use the healing of that animal that it's trying to teach you, the wisdom that it's trying to teach you, to go deep in yourself and find out, what is it that I need to heal? What is it that's causing a block to abundance, or a block to healing itself? Why am I blocking the healing that I keep feeling or hearing from spirit that is there for me? So that's what these animals do. That they're there to help us. They're there to share their wisdom and their love. So this is going to be a fun journey, and I invite you all to come with me on it, and we'll see where it goes. So again, drop a link or drop a comment and let me know what animal you would like to hear from in one of the books. And possibly if you have any stories that you would like to share to be part of the book, we can do that too. We can talk about it. Because animals do talk to us. We just have to sit still and listen. So if you're new to the channel, I ask you to please drop or hit the like button and subscribe so that you get notified of new videos, especially with this new section that we're going to be starting with the books, so that you're up to date on what's going on. And so hit the like and subscribe button. And remember, walk in beauty, my friends. Always walk in beauty. That's it for today. And we'll stop in later and give you any updates. Bye for now.